Hey Renegades, Jeremy Burgess, founder of Renegade Detroit Investors, and welcome to week 4 of The Idea. Last week we covered building a strong foundation, a foundation of knowledge. This week what I wanted to cover is something you should be doing during this entire process. It's something that if you don't do, you're not going to be nearly as successful as if you do it. Success does not come or operate or function or happen in a vacuum. It requires other people. Period. End of report. The best way to find those people is to network. I think to date there are 6 formal real estate investment clubs that I'm aware of, as well as many communities online. And I think you should really do both. When my wife and I first moved to Detroit, we went to every single real estate investment club that was in operation, that was formal, for the first year we were here. Where we came from in Pullman, there just wasn't a community. And that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to move to Detroit, is there's nothing worse than trying to get involved in something and you can't find a group of peers to share ideas with, to talk about successes and failures with. And really here, in Metro Detroit with 4.4 million people, you really have a great opportunity to network with some pretty amazing people and some people doing some pretty incredible stuff. I can't tell you how many different ideas I've got. Well, this is an example. The idea is an example that Todd Brittingham approached me with. It's a perfect example of if I didn't get out of the house and I never started Renegade Detroit Investors and I never went and I didn't make the commitment, regardless of how much time and effort it took, it never would have happened. Make a commitment. A minimum of 1 meeting a week. It doesn't matter which ones you go to. Just pick 1 a week. It's going to take 3 hours out of your schedule a week and go. Make that commitment to go. And when you go, don't just sit and listen. Make sure to talk to as many people as you can. And I know for some, it's very challenging. I was so excited I didn't have a problem. My wife's a little bit more introverted. It took her a little while to come out of her shell, but you got to get out there and do it till you get comfortable with it. When you go to these meetings, talk to people. Ask them about what they're doing. If somebody mentions something or it really clicks with you, go over there, talk to them, introduce yourself, tell them what you're doing. Get an idea about what they're doing. Get a card. Now, while you're doing all this, once a week, I know it's going to seem like a lot, but I think you should do it for at least 6 months. After that, pick your favorite ones, buy a membership, and go. But it doesn't end there. All the networking can't happen in the actual room. This business requires personal relationships, and it helps if you like people like I do. I like people of all shapes and sizes. Of course, if you smoke cigars and do some other things, I like you a little bit more. But there's all sorts and shapes and sizes of people. When you make a connection with someone, don't just wait to meet them at the meeting. Some of my favorite people that I really feel like I connect with, that really think like I think and approach things in a way that I find interesting or I'd really admire, I make a commitment to trying to meet them outside of the normal real estate meeting. Meet them, get together, smoke a cigar. I just did this recently with somebody that I really liked, and I just, hadn't had a lot of opportunity, and it's like, I need to, luckily he reached out to me and said, hey, let's get together for a cigar. I was like, man, I don't need much of an excuse to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun. I do it all the time, try and do it a couple times a week. So don't just go. When you go, talk to people, and just don't talk to people, make connections. I can't tell you how many people are important in my business today that I made connections with 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, it's just shocking how many people are important to my business and how many friendships were made first that then later solidified into business transactions. Try not to see people as dollars. Try and see them as people. Connect on a people level with those you like, or something you admire about them, or they do something interesting. Then, after you have that great relationship, I promise you the business will just happen. This is Jeremy Burgess, founder of Renegade Detroit Investors, the Detroit market expert. Thanks for tuning in for week 4. I really appreciate your attention. As always, please leave feedback, share this with friends, leave a comment. I know all of us, we're doing this really for you guys. So be sure to let us know what you think. If you're having any struggles or any questions about what we post, go ahead and share that so we can address that for you guys. Thanks, and I really appreciate your attention.